What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the 3 p.m. live show here with the Investing Bros. I don't know what happened to the countdown timer. It's okay. We're going to go ahead and get on into it. Guys, the prices of crypto are falling. Yes, it is true, but that doesn't stop some great information from coming out. We have some great topics to discuss today, but probably the most important one of them all, Ethereum has a timeline for going live with the ETF. We've been asking for a while, when will alt season come? Well, it's not going to come before ETH season, and ETH season hasn't officially kicked off. Well, now we kind of have a timeline as to when that should happen. This will bring massive bullish bags to the Ethereum ecosystem as a whole. We also have a lot of reasons to continue to be bullish on Bitcoin. And also, we're going to talk about a coin right now that there are some analysts comparing and saying, could this coin, this altcoin, have a very similar run to the one that Cardano had back in 2021? Some of you might not have been here. Cardano was the top mover of the biggest altcoins out there. It was the best altcoin pretty much all of 2021 bull market. Now we have a new front runner that could be in the running to repeat that best coin in the market. We're going to talk about that and a whole lot more. Before we do, though, you guys got to smash likes. And if you enjoy this type of content, you got to hit subscribe as well. We're the Investing Bros. All right, before we get going, just want to let you guys know it's going to be just me today. T-Shroom is back from the honeymoon, but a lot of times when you go away on trips for a while and you come back, there's just a lot of details and things you had to catch up on. So he will be back tomorrow. T-Shroom will not be on the show today, but that does not stop us from having a fantastic show. Some other things you need to know about. Again, we're going to talk about Ethereum. We're going to talk about Bitcoin, some bullish things happening there. We're going to talk about an altcoin pick that could, again, keyword could be the biggest gainer of the entire bull market. That's going to be a very feisty segment. I'm sure people have a lot of opinions. We're going to see a lot of banter in chat. I cannot wait for it. Stick around for it. We also have a couple of things we have to do today, like announce our giveaways. I'm going to show what I have. It's nothing special. We just have a nice little link here for you guys. Oh, actually, let me straighten this out, get a little more centered there. Boom. We've got 20 different people we're going to be giving $50 away to. I will be releasing that information at the end of the show. You got to stick around for that. And then we have two people. One will be the final winner of the $100 for every 1,000 subscribers we gained. You guys have been fantastic getting us over 20,000 subscribers. We're still doing a lot of giveaways in the future. But from all the way from, I believe we started at 7,000 subscribers up to 20,000. Every time we hit into 1,000, we gave someone $100. The last one will be announced today. And also we will announce the winner for our Ondo community trade. That winner will win $140. Stick around to find out who won. Everyone who entered was in our Discord. Check it out. You got to be in there for future giveaways. Let's come back in over here. I'm very excited about what's going to go on today. Let's start off with the bubbles. Let's just see what's happening in the market. And a little bit of a spoiler, it's red. Sea of red today, guys. Very confusing because yesterday we had bullish CPI data, but the remarks that Jerome Powell gave at the FOMC podium, the podium he gave, there was elements of it that he was dovish, but as a whole, the market has responded negatively. I actually am going to be I'm a little surprised people were thinking he was going to give us reason to expect like upwards of 3 interest rate cuts. I, for the longest time, thought he was only going to give us updates on like 1 cut. That's pretty much exactly what he said. So in my interpretation, I was like, man, this is exactly what we wanted to hear. But the rest of the market said, you know what? We wanted him to be a little more bullish, be a little more dovish. We didn't get that response. And because of that, a lot of things are moving in the red. Arweave down 14%, Brett down 11%, Akash down 10%, Render down 7%, Ondo down 8%. But guess what? For anyone in the VIP trading group, we caught the bottom. We actually had a trade entry for all of our VIP traders. We got entered into that trade. It's going to be a good one. Cannot wait to see that one play out. Tia is hiding over here in the corner behind my face, down 8%. So is Bonk and Stacks, 10% each. So a sea of red for the cryptos. It's no different when you come over. Ooh, you guys got to see a little something. We're going to be doing some historical analysis later in the show. And I forgot to update my coin market cap. I don't know if you guys could tell what I was going to do. I just had to look at some history to do some review. Bitcoin down 3% today. Ethereum down 3% as well. Bitcoin a little bit more, but as a whole, both pretty equal. BNB down 3%. Solana continues to slide back below 150. It's down 5%. XRP. I saw this on Twitter. Someone mentioned that, during the rallies yesterday, before everything came crashing back down, XRP just kind of sat on the sideline, not really moving. Well, it didn't really gain, but now that everyone's bleeding, it's not really bleeding either. Only down 2%, one of the least losers of this big loss movement. Dogecoin down 3.5%. Toncoin's up 2.5%. So something for them went bullish. Cardano's down 3.5%. Sheeb 4%. AVAX 4%, so on and so forth. That kind of wraps up what the market has looked like. You guys know, I've said this before and I'll say it again, especially anyone who's new. As you grow in the crypto landscape and you learn more about investing, at first, these red days seem really scary. If you're looking at your portfolio right now, you're going to notice the ticker that shows how much US dollars you have in a crypto portfolio. It's probably down today. And that causes some people to freak out and to be a little afraid. But I urge you, as you mature, learn to embrace these red days. They're good things. That means everything went on sale. I mean, think about when you go to the grocery store. Do you get upset when you see your favorite box of cereal is buy one, get one free, or 50% off or 20% off? No, you're like, oh, dang, my favorite cereal. I got to get a lot more of this while it is cheap. Guys, we got to treat cryptos the same way, unless it's a crap coin, unless it's something that no one has long-term hope in whatsoever. I get it. Yeah, let that one slide. That's like the old cereal that's been on the shelf for probably like 3 years. It's stale. It's terrible. Don't buy it. But when we talk about cryptos that have long-term potential, when we're looking at the stacks and the Ondos and the AVAXs, seeing 5%, 6%, some of these 10% off, I gotta get me some more of this crypto while it is still on sale. That's the mindset you got to have in the investing world if you want to make a lot of money. Don't capitulate. Don't freak out because we're down 10% and sell your bags. Learn to embrace the red days, and you're going to make yourself some money here very, very soon. Let's go ahead and jump on in. And we're going to start off with the topic of Bitcoin. We'll start off with charts. We'll get into some stories. I'm going to save Ethereum for the second section. So we'll get there here in about 10 to 15 minutes. Bear with me. Again, smash that like button, hit subscribe if you guys love the Investing Bros channel. I want to make sure you guys understand. I pointed this out this morning during the Ondo video, the update we did on Ondo. Watch out. The 66,000 now is a little bit of a range between 66 and about 71.8. There's now a consistency of bouncing between these levels since back here on May 19th. You can see we found support here for the first time during this upward surge in May. We got rejected around 72,000, pulled back down to this area, kind of bounced around, rejected once again here a couple of days ago, and now we found ourselves twice sitting around $66,000. So right now, that's a good buy spot. Anytime you're seeing the price down here towards 66,000, it's a good buy spot. What we're going to have to watch to see, does this range for some reason get lost? I've told you guys already there's some interesting things happening at 64. If I go ahead and turn on Lux Algo and I go out to the daily chart, you will find our blue, very, very bullish a support line on the daily chart. It's coming in down here. The top of it around 66,000. But the bottom of it coming down here towards 64, give or take. So watch that. If 66 is lost, more than likely we will see a visit down here to 64, 460. I still am looking at further moves to the upside. I'm going to cover an article here in just a second that continues to kind of talk about why that should happen. But even further, let's continue some charting here for Bitcoin. If you're going to come over and look at liquidations, do we have a little bit of interest down here at 63? Give or take a little bit below 63, yes, but not a lot. The majority of the big targets for traders, for experienced long-term traders to take advantage of, sit to the upside. We see some heavy liquidity up around 70,500, a lot more here around 72, and then we still see some added liquidity all the way up to 76,000. This is a level I've kind of been talking about now for a minute. Whenever we do break to new all-time highs, watch for a move into this golden box. Low end, somewhere around 75,000. High end at about 80,000 is going to be my target. If we make significant moves to the upside, that is my target. To the downside, again, I would not be surprised, and I think it would be an amazing buy level if 64.4 comes into play. If that is lost, we do have an order block sitting at 61,300 that will continue to be strong support. And if that happens, I mean, if we lose that far, listen, Bitcoin's majorly on sale. I will be surprised, but if we lose 60,000, my next buy spot probably will come in somewhere closer to about 55,000. If I were to come back over to liquidations and we kind of zoom out and take a perspective of like a whole month, let's see what that says here. You will see some liquidity down here back at 55,000. Again, there's 64. There's some liquidity, heavy liquidity around 64.4. So that's a good target there. If that's lost, 55 probably in the cards. Does not take away, though, the fact that Bitcoin wants to pump to the upside. Let's talk a little bit about that. Got to zoom in for you guys. I want you guys to be able to read along with me. But this is a major reason I'm about to cover on this article as to why you should remain bullish on your Bitcoin holdings. Bitcoin supply on exchanges hitting December 2021 lows. What does that mean for Bitcoin's price? All right, let's talk about it. According to Santimit's tweet, Bitcoin supply on exchanges has reached its lowest since December of 2021. Currently, 942,000 Bitcoin is available on these trading platforms. Even as Bitcoin has been unable to post a meaningful recovery, this reduction in its availability supply on exchanges could potentially limit the selling pressure. Such a trend essentially indicates a bullish sentiment among the investors who are holding onto their stash rather than offloading them. I've referenced this before. I'm going to talk about it more here in a second, but let's talk a little bit more, even talking about Ethereum. Ethereum and Tether supply on exchanges have been increasing. For the altcoin supply standing around 18 million ETH, while this is not an all-time high figure, which was recorded at 29.89 million ETH in May of 2020, the development is crucial because it comes at a time when investors are eagerly waiting for the spot Ether ETF to trade in the US. All right, so right there, just in case we're not keeping on with the logic here, there's an all-time low pretty much of Bitcoin on the centralized exchanges. We're talking about like Coinbase, Kraken, Binance. What that communicates is that there's not a lot of people, especially long-term holders, that are looking to sell their Bitcoin. If I want to sell my Bitcoin, I'm moving my money onto an exchange where I can then trade it for something else like an altcoin, or I can trade it for USDT or US dollars. With this supply being at an all-time low or similar levels back to 2021, that communicates that people do not want to sell. Well, if no one wants to sell, the only direction for the price to go is to the upside. However, you have to buy Bitcoin with something, right? So if Bitcoin's not on supply on these centralized exchanges, what is? Well, that article just said altcoins and stable coins. That's actually normally a movement that people are about to rotate out of alts and out of stable coins into Bitcoin. It's not ETH season yet. It's not altcoin season yet. It is still Bitcoin season. More on that here in just a second. Let's keep reading this article. Additionally, and I kind of explained this, but let's keep going. Additionally, Tether supply on exchanges is currently hovering close to an all-time high of approximately 16.95 billion USDT. Guess what? That's $17 billion on the exchanges. That's according to July 2022, so it's near that same level. Such a high supply of stablecoin on the exchanges could actually be considered a very bullish perspective, as it means that investors sit on the sidelines prepared to make acquisitions. That is the first part of what's super bullish. But then the question is, okay, well, who is buying right now? Because there's definitely on-chain data suggesting that we do have some people gobbling up these dips. That's the Bitcoin whales, guys. The Bitcoin whales. I'll talk more about that in a second. The Bitcoin accumulation trend can be further validated by crypto quants analysis, which indicates an inflow of over 20,000 Bitcoin into whale wallets. It appears that this group of large investors has used the recent correction in price as an opportunity to increase their holdings. I think that's the end of that article. Ultimately here, guys, we got Bitcoin leaving the exchanges. We have stable coins going to all-time highs and other altcoins as well. We see whales buying the dip, adding and outflowing over 20,000 Bitcoin in recent days. I don't have a link for it, but in case you guys were scrolling through Twitter or reading through news, Michael Saylor is once again looking to raise more money to buy more Bitcoin. This is all the signs of bullishness. Why? Right now, we're seeing retail investors go to an all-time low or near an all-time low of interest, but whales are buying up. We got smart money. We got dumb money. I talked about this a little bit yesterday. Whether you qualify as being dumb money or not, when smart money, whales, institutions, and long-term investors are buying, that is a sign that price is about to go up. When the dumb money is selling, that's a price that everything's about to go back up. That's exactly what we are seeing right now. This is a dream come true for any long-term holder seeing this dip back down. They're going to gobble this supply up. There's still a lot of people, despite the pullback and despite the fear in the market right now, a lot of people still taking their eyes to the upside. I still am watching 80K, I think, for my next major level of resistance. I would not be surprised if at some point, whether we reject here at 66 or make a move down to 64, I would not be surprised to see a major move on Bitcoin make its way towards 80K, come back and treat 72 as support, and then a bigger move later on. But that's what I am expecting here in the not so distant future. Now, I also mentioned, again, the altcoins are kind of high on supply on exchanges. They could be about to transfer into Bitcoin. Here's another sign that that potentially is possible. You got to take a look at the Bitcoin dominance chart. We had this line drawn here not that long ago, and notice here a couple of days ago, we rejected once again. I say a couple of days ago, I mean yesterday. Yesterday, we rejected once again hitting those levels. However, if that red line gets defeated and Bitcoin makes its play, I still think, I've said this before and I'll keep saying it, I still think there's an outside chance that Bitcoin dominance flirts with or gets closer to $60,000 before the altcoin season. And what we're seeing happen right now, the things that we are reading in this article where whales are buying Bitcoin, the exchanges are losing Bitcoin supply, but gaining stable coins and gaining altcoins. These factors all come back to mean one thing: Bitcoin dominance should / could make another high move up here to 60%. What that will include, though, I guarantee you there will be a portion where everything rises. Bitcoin just rises the fastest. Maybe we make our way up towards 57, 58. But be prepared, as this chart maybe has a small dip and then continues to 60K, we're probably going to see Bitcoin and other altcoins, like I said before here, maybe during the first leg of the Bitcoin dominance rise, make its way towards 80. But don't be surprised if the Bitcoin dominance continues to climb as Bitcoin cools back down to 72, but altcoins take significant baths. I mean, on Bitcoin, this is only going to be a little measly 10%, 9% fall. Don't be surprised to see alts during that time period fall upwards of 20%, leading the Bitcoin dominance to continue to skyrocket up towards that 60% mark. It's all a part of the normal thing of what happens in bull markets. But when we do get rejected, whenever it is, whether it's 60%, whether it's 57%, I don't know where the number is going to be exactly, but when this starts to fall off a cliff, and trust me, it will, that is your sign that the altcoins are about to make, or the altcoins are currently making a run of their life. You don't believe me? Take a look at the historical details at when Bitcoin dominance falls off a cliff. We're looking at back here in January of 2021. Anyone around for that? It was massive alts going crazy. Didn't even mean Bitcoin was going down. It just meant that altcoins were going crazy. And the same thing happened back here in February of 2017. Bitcoin dominance was hovering at these high levels over 95%, would go on to plummet because altcoins were going berserk. We're going to talk more about other altcoins to be very, very bullish on. But for now, it's still Bitcoin season. It's not necessarily time. I've been kind of having conversations in both Discord and in, different conversations around the office with other people. People keep coming to me and saying, what are your thoughts about ADA? What are your thoughts about XRP? What are your thoughts about Matic and these other coins that are older, but are not really doing a lot in terms of massive movements in price? And I'm going to tell you guys the same thing I keep telling them. If you're somebody sitting on the sideline and you're saying, man, I'm really disappointed. I thought ADA was supposed to be special. I thought XRP was supposed to have a good run. I thought Matic was supposed to have a good run. These are all top cryptocurrencies, but they're just not doing anything. Don't compare them to Solana. Don't compare them to the memes. Don't compare them to newer coins that are gathering a lot of excitement because they're new and no one really knows exactly what they do. They're newer and people are excited. Solana is not new, but a year and a half ago, everyone assumed Solana would be dead. There's excitement that surrounds those coins in an early bull market. But traditionally, altcoins do not get a real pep to their step until alt season. And that really should not be happening until closer to December of 2024. So in December or January, let's call late December, early January, if we're not seeing any excitement and movement in all our Cardano or Matic or XRP, yes, we will start to have the conversation. Are these projects dead? Are they worth dropping? We'll have that conversation. But until then, don't be judging them just because you're not seeing what you want to see right now. I've said this before. I'll say it again. Let's go look at Cardano from the last bull and bear market. This was a whole period where Cardano dropped over 95%, had a little bit of a boost, and then fell dramatically again. Everyone just assumed around COVID time Cardano was dead. But like I said earlier in the show, Cardano would go on to have the most explosive bull market of any altcoin. Well, those moves are pretty similar here. Hit the bottom, had a little bit of bounce, came back down to the bottom, had a little bit of juice in it, but now people were down. We're saying it's boring. What if we just see the same repeat of what we saw, again, January, February of 2021 with parabolic moves for these altcoins? Let's wait until January before we judge them too strictly. Now, a lot of you guys probably clicked on this link thinking you're going to hear more about Ethereum. We're going to get into Ethereum details. We'll look at the Ethereum chart. We're going to talk about when that Ethereum ETF will be trading live. But before we do, you guys got to do a couple things. You got to smash the like if you have not done it already. You got to hit subscribe if you're enjoying the channel so far. And really quickly, I got to give a shout out to our sponsors of today's show. The first one, Decrypted.tax. Yes, it is June. Yes, most of you will not be paying taxes for probably about 8 months, but I guarantee you, you have every single year probably gotten into March or April and then been stressed out and quickly rushed to finish your taxes. And you'll probably walk away saying, man, I feel like I could have done that better. I feel like I gave Uncle Sam way too much money. If that, what I just described is you're going to want to go ahead right now and have your taxes planned out for the rest of the year. You're going to make a lot of money in crypto, so know how much needs to go to Uncle Sam, know how much you can keep. Talk to Ernest from Decrypted.tax. He is a tax professional, a tax attorney who will not steer you wrong. He's going to save you thousands and thousands of dollars by using him. Go sign up right now, and when you do it with our link and you tell him that the bros sent you, you get 25% off. Also, even before all that, before you spend a single dime, 60-minute consultation, absolutely free. So even if you don't end up using him, if you just want to call and talk to a tax professional to help you plan out your crypto gains, that is 60 minutes, 100% free. Give him a call today. The other detail I need you guys to know about Bitcoin Conference 2024. Guys, tomorrow, this price right here will increase. If you want to go to Bitcoin Conference 2024 in Nashville, you want to see me, T-Shroom, and lots of other amazing crypto influencers, come check out, use the link down below, sign up today. I want to see you guys. So you guys need to come see me, sign up today. All right, let's go into our big story here. Big story here coming from Gary Gensler himself. As this headline of the article suggests, SEC Chairman Gary Gensler anticipates S1 filings for spot Ethereum ETFs to be approved by late summer. Let's get into some details here. What is going on? And when should we expect Ethereum to probably get a massive boom, just like Bitcoin did after its trading went live on ETFs? United States Securities and Exchange Commission, the SEC, Chairman Gary Gensler, speaking during a budget hearing with United States Senator Bill Hagerty, expressed his expectation that the S1 applications for spot Ethereum exchange-traded funds, ETFs, could potentially receive approval later this summer. All right, well, that's not really a good timeline. Let's keep going into this. I think actually a different article gives us what we need. Furthermore, Gary Gensler informed a subcommittee of Senate Appropriations Committee during a hearing discussing the market regulator's budget that the process is progressing smoothly following the initial approval of the group ETFs. In May, the SEC granted approval to 8 spot Ethereum ETFs from asset management companies such as Van Eck, BlackRock, Fidelity, Grayscale, Franklin Templeton, ARC 21 Shares, Invesco Galaxy, and Bitwise for listing. However, issuers are still awaiting SEC effectiveness on the S1 registrations, which encompasses disclosing proposed fee structures of the funds, among other details, before the ETFs can officially launch. Industry leaders forecasted the following approvals trading could commence sometime between July and August and potentially before November. So they're still giving us a pretty fat window, but this is something that is very very important for all of you guys to know about. It's a little different, though. If anyone was here during the Bitcoin ETF fiasco and everything happening there, they did everything very, very fast with Bitcoin, right? So we knew, or we guessed, that we would eventually get an approval for Bitcoin, but we were told it was going to take months afterwards to get the S1s approved. Something happened in the last days, and they actually had all the S1s approved for Bitcoin prior to the Bitcoin ETF being approved. And so that made it so that literally on Wednesday, we got an approval, and by Thursday, Bitcoin ETFs were trading live. Very, very crazy. This time around with Ethereum, it's a little bit slower. We got that approval for Ethereum ETFs back in May, but now people are saying, all right, when will we actually be able to trade them? Because it's really good that we got the approval, but ultimately the volume will not come in until there's actually ways for institutional investors to buy these ETFs themselves. And what we see right now is it is looking like the normal process of a couple of months later will be the expectation. Gary saying the end of summer, that would imply August, I would guess. I think a couple other people just anticipating some bumps and bruises along the way are saying, guys, let's just say before November. That's a little bit wider of a spot, but before November. Guess what that does? Let's just say we do get a window between August and November. So August, September, October area. That will be right in time, like perfectly in time for the 4-year cycle of Bitcoin season. You go from Bitcoin season into Ethereum season. So for a small little window, the alts aren't necessarily going crazy just yet, but Ethereum is taking dominance away from Bitcoin. And that happens for about a month, 2 months. And then boom, the altcoins follow behind. If this timeline continues to be consistent, that would put us right on schedule for that continuation to see a Bitcoin 4-year cycle season into the Ethereum season, into the altcoin season, and an explosive bull market to continue into 2025. Some other things that we're looking at here with Ethereum. Let me zoom in for you guys. Oh, get the wrong one. Hit a little bit zoomed in for you. Daily Digest Market Movers. ETH ETF summer launch declining on exchange reserves. Meanwhile, Framework Ventures co-founder Vance Spencer believes Ethereum is a tech-style growth play that will become an app store of finance. He said ETH is at the forefront of tokenization movement that really is going to define the next few decades of traditional finance. People are going to be really surprised at the uniqueness of the scale of the business Ethereum. Uniqueness of the scale of business Ethereum is going to generate from the tokenization wave. According to data from CryptoQuant, ETH has seen over 1.5 billion in net exchange outflows since June 9th. ETH's exchange reserves have also declined by nearly 1.2 million ETH, worth over 4 billion since May 27th. This indicates a bullish outlook for ETH despite declining prices. Now, we read earlier that ETH still had more exchange, than Bitcoin at the moment, but it looks like the very slow process of ETH following Bitcoin and removing all the supply from exchange should be in play. So it'll be a little bit of a delayed process. I still think ETH price climbs up, but watch for Ethereum again later this summer, especially as the ETFs get closer and as the whales move their money off exchanges and they start to buy the ETFs. We should see that ETH price action go absolutely nuts. Let's check in here. Let's take a look at what ETH's chart is looking like right now. I'm going to go to the daily chart here. Got a lot of things in play at the moment here. Now, we played this part out just beautifully. Actually, if I went down to the 4-hour chart, we made a prediction here last week that if we broke bearish, we would come down on Ethereum and hit this $3,450 price action. We've done that now twice. The question is, which way do we go from here? Let's take a look at what is happening. There is a sell order that just came in today on Ethereum. Let's watch what the next candle does, because sometimes you get these sell orders, but the next 2 candles are bullish. That would be a false signal here on Luxago. So let's watch in anticipation. But if that ends up playing out, with that sell signal being below the bearish smart trail, the level of resistance here on 3,600, we could see Ethereum, again, especially if Bitcoin drops to 64 or 62, we could see Ethereum drop back down here closer to 3,300. If I were to come over and look at high block and we type in Ethereum here, I also want to see the daily chart at first. Oop, did not get Ethereum typed in there correctly. There we go. Let's see what we have going on in play over here. You will see a fat smack of liquidations where right there at 3,300. If that's lost, 3,000 could be the next target. But in the same breath as Bitcoin, while we do have a little bit of liquidity below us, look at all of this liquidity sitting up here closer to 3,800. I come back over here. This is where we will have a very fat bearish breaker block. But that could be a level that if Ethereum continues, we could see it run all the way up back to 3,800 before it faces some resistance. Let's take a look at what the daily chart is saying from a longer time perspective. We're making bounces on that smart trail, which is actually a little more bullish than what Bitcoin was doing, where Bitcoin has not quite touched its daily bullish smart trail just yet. We are still under a buy signal that could keep the price going back up above 4,000. That has not gone away. Even though we've had negative price action, it still is not calling a bearish trend right now on Ethereum's daily charts. So that's going to be something interesting to watch. The oscillators also are showing a little bit of mixed signals here. Stochastics looks ready to make another run to the upside. I don't like where RSI is. RSI here recently dropped below the 50. If you guys have been paying attention to what I talk about with RSI, everything above 50 is when the price is really in bullish territory. The bulls are in control. The higher you get, the harder it is for bulls to keep control. But as long as the RSI stays above the 50, the strength of the movement stays above 50, bulls have that complete control. When it crosses below, though, you got to give a little bit of credit to the bears. So if we want to see the bullishness on Ethereum, we need to see the bulls buy in. We need to get this RSI back up above 50 to show the bulls just took a little bit too long of a break. If this was a tug of war match, they had a little break, maybe had a sip of water. The rope went a little too far. It's now sitting on the side of the bears. They got to regroup and muscle this back over to bullish territory. MACD is looking bearish right now, and our Lux Algo oscillator, it's down. We had actually a pretty good sell order between a reversal, bearish momentum, and declining money flow. It's not aggressively declining, but it is declining. If we can get a reversal here, and we are low, in fact, well, we're not going to have bullish divergence necessarily, I don't think. Oh, yeah, we did. We would have bullish divergence. If we can get a reversal right in here, we will absolutely have bullish divergence where the price action bottoms are higher, but the oscillator bottoms are lower. But again, got to get the reversal, got to get the bullish momentum in play before we can count this as a bullish reversal pattern. Like I said, though, watch for those moves to the upside. There's not going to be anything crazy special until closer to Ethereum's cycle of ETH. It's the ETH season. That doesn't mean I don't think we can hit 5,000 before that and get back towards all-time highs. But again, wait until at least we get closer to ETF approval. When we do, when we see that it is imminent and it's definitely coming and people are going to start getting their money put together to go buy Ethereum ETFs, we will watch Ethereum go explosive. I've already said here on this channel, I believe Ethereum by the end of the bull market could be sitting between 18 to 20,000. Do not be surprised if we end the year 2024 somewhere in the range of 9 to 10,000 because the ETH market will start to take off. Oh, got to take a drink of water. If you guys are enjoying it, if you guys are pro Ethereum, pro Bitcoin, smash that like button. We're about to move into a very fun and crazy segment that you guys are probably going to debate and go nuts with. But first, hydration is very important, everybody. Make sure you are drinking water. That's how you keep your brain cells working and you make proper calls on trading. Thank you for that water. All right, let's read some chat here. Before we get into this controversial topic, let's read some chat. The good poll here. What is your favorite type of analysis as an investor? Interesting. I'm surprised. I would have thought it'd be closer to 50-50, but good stuff there. What do you guys have going for me? Robert Cosin says, Tim, Caleb Williams or Jaden Daniels, better rookie season or / better career? I really hope Jaden Daniels doesn't have an RG3 type of a career where the potential is there, the athleticism is there. He's a special athlete. But do they lean too much on him? Does he not have the offensive line that he needs and ends up getting hurt? And we never know what could have been. The verdict is not in yet, but I am a Caleb Williams skeptic. I want to see him prove it before I'm going to reign. And, some people are calling him the next, the next Tom Brady, the next Mahomes. Let's cool the jets on all the hype for Caleb Williams. Let's see him prove it. If you've been watching some of their preseason practices, he has good days, he has bad days, like most rookies do, but it's too early to say if he's a phenomenon or not. Crux says, as a Cowboys fan, I need them all to fail. Okay, I got you, Cowboys fans. the worst fans in all of America. Love you, Crux, but you are the worst one. Caleb Franzen saying, I'm the GOAT. Caleb, love you, Caleb. Had great having you on here yesterday. Doge King hates sports. He says, let's keep the chat just crypto. Trying to keep us straight and to the point. Jesse Wilson, Monster Energy Drinks, Ultra Sunrise. It's how I make good calls. Well, I don't know, man. Those energy drinks, they'll dehydrate you. You got to get some water, get some good salt in there. Make sure you guys are hydrated correctly. Energy drinks, coffee, maybe they give you a little kick, but they also can dehydrate you. Make sure you're drinking your water as well. All right. We're going to move back into crypto. Guys, this is going to be a fun segment we're about to do. And I told you, a lot of debate, a lot of chaos, a lot of I'm anticipating you guys to get angry, to you guys to get happy, to you guys to rage. Be respectful, but I actually love when chat goes nuts and the debates happen and everyone says, no, my coin's better than your coin and your coin sucks. It's okay. Just say it respectfully. We're here to have fun. This coin that we're about to talk about has a potential chance to repeat what Cardano did back in 2021. Let's take a look at what Cardano looked like back in 2021. In case any of you have no idea, maybe you're newer, maybe you just joined the crypto investing here in the last month or two. That's completely okay. You guys, we're going to bring you up to speed on what is happening here. This is the chart of Cardano. Some of you might know Cardano at one point was up at $3.13. Let me make some observations here. I'm a big fan of Cardano long-term. I think there's some amazing things that they do. But I'm going to be honest with you guys. I don't believe that Cardano had any real utility business being at $3.13. I think that majority of this run was based off of community engagement, on hype, on promises of what will come, and that's good and all. But ultimately, I believe even if he was, I don't think he's going to comment on this, but I bet you even Charles Hoskinson, if you could really, maybe you get him out of his normal sense and he knows I don't need to just say what's politically right. Maybe if I really got him into a place where he'd be honest with us, he would probably say to us, yeah, I agree. I don't think Cardano should have been at $3.13. Is Cardano good for the future? Absolutely. Am I building a masterpiece? Yes, I am. But yeah, Cardano should not have been at 313. My point here is this is going to be part of the argument for why the coin I'm about to say is going to be compared to Cardano, because Cardano not only had an amazing run after people thought it was dead, but it also made a lot of its moves based off of future promises and community hype. So remember that before you say that what I'm going to say is absolutely stupid. If you can agree with me that there's currently hype around it and that hype could continue, even if it's not a good coin, and I'm not saying it is, I'm just saying even if it's not a good coin, it's still, if the hype train continues, could see a repeat of what Cardano did. Now, another thing you should know about Cardano is Cardano, again, after having a pretty devastating bear market, a little bit of a false hope rally, and then a plummet once again, most people were wanting to bury Cardano as a dead coin way back here in 2020. Of course, it wasn't. And I believe that Cardano's not dead today. I think it's going to have a big rally. I just don't think the same repeat. Why? Because Cardano were to rally from that COVID dip, it would go on to rally 16,296%. Guys, that is an 106, pretty much 164x. Massive gains. Massive gains. If you were a crazy individual buying Cardano, taking that risk back here on, what day was that? March 13th of 2020. You're staying at home because the government says you can't go out of your house. Everyone's worried that the world is over, but for some reason, you're sitting in your basement buying Cardano at 1.8 cents, and you held to the top, 164x your money. Crazy stuff happening right here, right? I don't think Cardano's going to have another 16,000% rally. But this coin that I'm about to bring up, and we're going to take a look at some historical analysis to kind of go back and forth here. This coin, experts are saying could, keyword could, have a repeat of Cardano's ecosystem. Cardano's 2021 rally. Let's look at what it is. Oh, JASMY. JASMY coin. Let the debate start. What coin did you think it was going to be? I see someone said Ondo, someone said Kaz. Who had JASMY on their bingo card for being the predicted next Cardano of 2021? Let's find out a little bit as to why that is, and then explore the potential of it being true. Let's go in here, read some of the details. I'm going to go have to zoom in here so you guys can read along with me. Crypto experts. You always love when they say crypto experts. What even is a crypto expert? It's a very speculative market. But anyway, crypto experts suggest that the promising new cryptocurrency, JASMY, could undergo a parabolic rise similar to Cardano's ADA's stellar performance in 2021. Great writing, some great words in here that just make you feel good inside. Stellar, parabolic, undergo. I don't know about that one. That's not really that good of a word. I just wanted to say a third one. This potential trajectory, there's a good one, trajectory, is backed by historical data and current market sentiments, indicating a possible surge in value for JASMY. Both JASMY and Cardano enjoy substantial community support. So I kind of referenced this, but we're getting into it. Both JASMY and Cardano enjoy substantial community support, a factor pivotal to their development and widespread adoption. While Cardano is recognized for creating a secure and scalable infrastructure for decentralized applications, also dApps, if you ever hear people talk about dApps, that's what that is, JASMY aims to leverage blockchain technology alongside the Internet of Things, IoT, to bolster data security and privacy. I think that's a good use case. I think that is something that could be very valuable moving forward. Analysts are focusing on key resistance levels for JASMY, particularly around 5 cent mark. Breaking these levels could usher in a bullish trend reminiscent. Great words here, writer. I don't know who wrote this article, but a lot of big words here. Reminiscent of Cardano's historic climb. You might be saying, all right, that's some good stuff right there. Let's look at another article that's pretty much based on the same analysis, but this one gives us pictures, and we all love pictures. Crypto YouTuber Steph is Crypto. Never heard of him. Shout out to Steph, though. Predicts JASMY's price could hit 30 to 33 cents by the end of 2024 and nearly $2. Holy cow. $2 by the end of 2025 or 2026. Now, if you have no idea about the tokenomics or about the current price action of JASMY, maybe this is for the first time you're really looking at JASMY, I want you to know $2 is absolutely crazy. Absolutely ludicrous. I'll explain here in a minute what that would mean for the price action if it were to happen for 2025. The token might face brief resistance around 4 to 5 cents, so kind of a similar thought there. But ultimately, part of what he's looking at here is looking at the very similar movements, and I can't argue with this. Don't count COVID's extremely far dip. There's a lot of fractals I've seen in my day that I'm like, okay, that's a convenient fractal. This is a weirdly similar looking fractal right here. ADA back on the left here in 2021. Let's zoom in more. I think you guys might not see it clearly. I got rid of that ad. I don't care about you. I don't care about you either. I think, okay, there we go. Perfect. What the heck is this? I don't want the cookies either. No. All right. Okay, whatever. Good enough for government work. Very similar looking charts right here. And what it's comparing is saying right now, as we wrestle back with this high right here, I don't know the timeline of it, but similar to how Cardano did, it kind of stopped and wrestled with that high before making a bigger break to the upside. Could we see JASMY coin ultimately do the same? It does say, however, surpassing the key. It says $5. Typo right here. You know, you're not using big words and you're typoing. He means 5 cents. $5 is ludicrous for right now for JASMY. Surpassing the key 5 cent mark on the weekly time frame could trigger a similar parabolic price increase as seen in Cardano's meteoric rise in 2021. I almost didn't even read that one correctly. Very good stuff there. Let's check out what this means. I don't know why it does it there twice. Let's go look at what we saw happen. Now, there's a very big difference. I want to start off by saying there's a very, very big difference between Cardano and JASMY here. So first of all, let's just pretend, as I said, 16,000% rally for Cardano during the bear market. That would not be that impressive for JASMY. Let me explain to you why. You guys are seeing a level that very important. I'll talk about this level here in a little bit. If JASMY were to only rally 16,000%, that would pretty much put us just barely back above all-time high way back here in November of 2021 when we briefly reached 35 cents. This would only give us a 44 cent top for JASMY coin, right? From current moves, that would only be, I mean, it's not terrible. It's still a 12x, but nothing special when we're talking about a low cap altcoin right now. It's still in the top 100, but you know what I'm saying. it's not necessarily that crazy. If I go over to crypto market cap and I come down and find JASMY coin, JASMY right here, currently only sitting at a 1.7, and I got to zoom in for you guys. I'm sorry, I'm working on it. A $1.7 billion market cap. Now, I'm going to go back and we're going to exchange. We're going to look at some similarities between Cardano and JASMY, but I want to make sure you guys understand why we have to treat them slightly different. Because if you go back and look at the history of Cardano, let's do this. Let's back out here a little bit. If you guys didn't know you can do this on CoinMarketCap, you can look at past historical price action. We got to go back over here. Let's see. If I go back to Cardano, I'm going to make sure I got my date here correct. We got to come all the way back to around the time period of January 18th, 2021. Somewhere in that world, 2021, January. Let's go take a look. 17th. There we go. Cardano sitting here at number 6 had a market cap of $11 billion at the same time period. So we're talking about a 10x difference. So that's why you can't go tit for tat with percentages necessarily. However, I'm going to make a little bit of a move here to try to find some form of a similarity and then kind of work from there. If we saw on Cardano, if we just went to the high of 2017 to the high of 2021, we would have seen Cardano price from top to top increase by roughly 132%. I come back over to JASMY. Let's pretend that we see something similar happen here. And that's going to bring in our little 83-cent range, and we'll address if that price is doable. Let's go ahead and go over here, 132. There you go. Boom. That's a little higher, but close enough for government work. 83-cent JASMY. I think that if that were to play out and we were to see, again, similar movements, maybe it comes and goes like its parabolic run here, just like Cardano, hits that same move. We see a perfect balance. This, I think, is a realistic price action for JASMY with all of the hype that it is getting. This, from current levels, would still be upwards of a 23x in price action, a very, very good return for our JASMY coin. Now, in the article, he specified by the end of 2025, it could reach $2. Let's just take a look at what that would look like. $2 here, a 56x. All right, not actually that crazy. Now that I say it, that's not too crazy because I think it's doable. But what does that mean for practical purposes? Let's go back over here and take a look at JASMY coins tokenomics. We got to come down here. And this is one of the reasons I recently have actually been on the JASMY train. I've told you guys this is one of my more favorite risky assets. But one of the things I love about it is sitting right here when you're looking at supply. Circulating supply is sitting at 49.3 billion. And the max supply, the most that will ever be here, is only at 50 billion. So we pretty much have all of the supply already in place. But let's just pretend between now and then we get to 49.5 billion tokens in circulation. Let's go back over here to the chart and see what that means. Let's start off with the craziness of $2. So if we were to go 49.5 on the billion scale, so got to get went too many. Oh, that's what a rookie move, Tim. What a rookie move. There we go. Times 2. We're talking about a market cap of 99 billion. Let's just go ahead and round it up here a little bit. We're talking about a $100 billion market cap for JASMY at a $2 evaluation. That means that JASMY at $100 billion probably needs to be somewhere in the top 15, probably somewhere here around 16, 15, 14 area. Is that doable? I mean, we're sitting down currently at number 55. Can we make the jump? Are there 40 coins that are currently above it that we can jump and make it to number 15? Maybe that would be pretty phenomenal, but I think it's a little bit of a stretch. I will make an official price prediction on this video later, but let's go back to my level, and I think this is the one that is probably very, very doable, this 23x. This would kind of look like a very good repeat of Cardano from bear market bottom to a top. If we were to make it to 83 cents, this makes things a little bit simpler. So again, we got to go 49.5 billion. Make sure I do it correctly. Boom. Times 0.83. 3. We're looking at a $41 billion market cap. This changes us on coin market cap from needing to be like a top 15 to more like a top 30 to 25. It needs to be somewhere between number 30 and 25 to warrant a market cap of that size. That I absolutely think is doable. I do think that JASMY has the potential to jump roughly 20 to 30 coins above it, 25 to 35 coins above it. To get to 45 or get to 40, it's a little high in my estimate, but 83 cents for JASMY, a repeat of what Cardano looked like last bull cycle, absolutely, I believe, could be in the cards. What says you? There's been a lot of chat here right now. Got to kind of engage with you guys, but I've laid out the scenario for good old JASMY coin to potentially be that coin that repeats and looks similar to Cardano. The truth is, there's still other coins I think actually have better runs here, but it was an interesting theory and a coin that I really actually do have bullish expectation of. Kyle Field says the right announcements of partnerships will make it happen. There we go. And like I said, there is that side though. Again, Cardano rallied in 2021, mostly not off of any type of relationships, mostly off of momentum in the community, of excitement and hype, and the promises of what will come. JASMY is doing a lot of that right now. I mean, I showed you the JASMY chart already. Let's go back to it. And we kind of had a very wide look out here. Let's get rid of all of these percentages and just kind of look at price action. JASMY here more recently broke out of a bull flag. And even though we're kind of dropping at the moment, we still could continue to make a move in the next little bit back up here to roughly 9 to 10 cents to play out this. There's a lot of hype right now on JASMY, a lot of reason to be excited. The community is continuing to grow. So similar things to Cardano. Again, I think that price action seems kind of realistic. What else are you guys talking about? Tim, please let us know if the exchange broker you use cause coins suck. What? You're talking about for Coinbase, Shane? So here's what I would say. It's hard beat. There's other ones out there. I think Crow, like Crypto.com, is one that people will use. Depending on where you live and what you do, people will use Binance. And there's a couple other on-off ramps. T-Shroom, for the majority of the big coins right now, is using Robinhood. Coinbase, I will go ahead and say right now, is the best on-off ramp. Meaning, if I have US dollars sitting in my bank account, if I want to turn it into crypto, Coinbase, even when you look at the fees of the other on-off ramps, it's pretty comparable. You don't want to trade on Coinbase. The fees are not good there. But if I get my money into crypto on Coinbase, if you want to trade it, if you want to do futures trading or spot trading using stable coins, we here use BloFin. There's a link in the description down below. And just so you know, going forward, we're going to make announcements here of winners of giveaways. In the future, our community trades, for example, we're going to select winners of people who are signed up with our BloFin link. So look forward to that information coming. But right now, I would say you got to use Coinbase as an on-off ramp. But look at BloFin as your spot buyer, your futures trading. You can throw 2x on there. You can put 1.5x. I recommend everyone, when you're trading with leverage, be very careful. I really never go above 10x, really ever. Every now and then, just for kicks and giggles on a very small trade with like $20, I'll be like, all right, let's just have fun here. But if I'm trading serious money, I'm mostly sitting in the 3 to 5x range, sometimes only 2x. BloFin is the perfect account there. Sign up with that link down below. Let's see here. Tim, has it crossed your mind that this cycle will be shorter due to the election and rate cuts? I'm selling in Q1 2025. All right, Rydell Sosa. I believe that if in some crazy world, and this world is crazy, if we see the current administration stay in power, that's making a move right now to try to find some friendships along the crypto world. But as a whole, I think that there's a lot of people currently in power. I'm not just talking about Joe Biden as president. I'm talking about there's a lot of senators and congressmen and women who are not good for crypto. And if they keep their positions and they keep their current power structure, then I think there's a good case for Q1 of 2025 to be a potential early top. I don't think for sure. I still think there's a scenario where crypto does well despite the current administration staying in power. But that's my scenario. Realistically, yeah, it very much looks like we'll see a changing of the guards, and I think all three branches probably go a little bit more right in terms of voting. I think that's one that you start to make the argument, all right, do we not just make it to the fall of 2025 in the normal 4-year cycle? Do we start to talk about potential super cycles? based off of regulation that gets involved, based off of the support for it. You know what I would love to see? And we got to talk about this when Ernest comes on. Ernest is going to be coming on the show. Shout out to Decrypted.tax. He's been coming on the show talking about some things, but I'm going to butcher this, so don't take what I'm about to say and say, oh, Tim said this is happening, so it's a guaranteed thing. But there is discussion right now, and he's going to tell us more details. There's discussion right now that crypto, the way crypto should work is that once you trade from a US dollar to cryptocurrency, you should not have to pay taxes until you turn crypto back into USD. Maybe some of you don't know what that means. Right now, if I buy $1,000 of Bitcoin, right, and then I trade that Bitcoin, let's say I take $1,000 of Bitcoin and I turn it into, maybe I gained $1,100 and I trade 1,100 over into Ethereum. Well, technically, I just exchanged and took profit on my Bitcoin, so I will be taxed capital gains on that $100 profit. And then if I move it into Solana and I have gains, I'll be taxed according to that profit. Ultimately, I get taxed every time I move crypto to another form of crypto. And it's really stupid and it's really annoying. And I know a lot of you who have dealt with that are annoyed by it. That's one of the reasons why you need a good crypto good CPA, because they will handle all the information and make sure you don't get it confused. But there's talk about, if the right people get voted into power, that the way crypto will be treated is that you won't be taxed on every single crypto transaction. You'll only be taxed when you take money away from being crypto and move it back into US dollars. So I could leave my money in crypto for years. I could get away with making some purchases on things using stable coins, other altcoins, and not take that capital gains tax. It would be very, very bullish. It would encourage people, especially here in the US, to leave more of their money in crypto. They'll want to say, you know what? Why put it back into the feeble US dollar when I can actually keep my wealth in crypto? I can exchange it and move it around to take the best levels of profitability and move from the best coins to the best coins to the best coins. If that law gets passed, and again, he'll clarify what that is, Ernest, but if that is true, if I'm understanding that correct, I will probably almost never, when I put stuff into crypto, I will probably never move it back out. I will probably try to wait and find a way that I can spend money via crypto for everything, and I'll keep my savings in the US dollars very low. I'll keep USD in what I need to spend via USD, but I'm telling you, if that happens, I think that's a case for super cycles. William Irish, love you. Thank you for being here. You say you guys pay taxes. I don't know where you are. Hopefully you're in a country that you don't have to pay crypto taxes, because if you're in the US, guys, I'm a big advocate of learning the law and not paying the government 1 cent more than I absolutely have to. But I am going to follow the law. I'm a believer. I believe that despite the fact that I might not agree with the current government and every stance they have, I believe as part of being a Christian, it's my job to obey the laws given to me unless for some reason they violate the laws that God has given me. And whether I agree or disagree with them, I will follow those laws. And I will always encourage you guys to do the same. Pay your taxes, but learn how taxes operate. Learn what the systems are. Learn how to make sure you save as much of your money for yourself in a legal capacity as possible. And once again, having a good tax attorney, tax CPA like Decrypted.tax is the best way to do that. And again, when you use our link down below, you do get 25% off. So I encourage you. Oh, I didn't share my screen. This one right here, guys, Decrypted.tax. I encourage you, go sign up today, get 25% off, and save yourself. You'll spend money, and then you'll save more than you're spending with him because he actually knows how to do crypto taxes. Just Jim says, give unto Caesar. Absolutely. Again, you don't have to like the government, but if there's a law that's not unjust in terms of it doesn't break a law that God has given us, then you should follow it. And I know that sucks, and that's why you vote correctly and you get the right people in office, and that's how the world should work. Troublesome one. Many ways to borrow again your crypto and avoid taxes that way. Exactly. Troublesome one. I'm in the same boat, looking for ways to potentially warrant the world we live in, capitalism, and borrow against a big stack of crypto and leverage. You know, some people tell you, I know there's the camp that's like, oh, don't take any debt whatsoever. Well, don't take debt when you don't understand debt. But if you do understand debt, and that's something we're going to teach on this channel in the future, how to leverage debt to your advantage. The wealthiest people in the world understand how to leverage debt to the greatest ability to continue to build wealth. That's something we're going to talk about as well. All right. We'll do maybe, I think we're going to run out of time for Q&A because we got to get into some really, really important stuff, and that is the giveaways. The giveaways from all the things that have happened here recently. I told you guys, very exciting stuff. Celebration today, over 20,000 subscribers. You guys went into our Discord yesterday. You commented, you entered for this trade. We'll be entering, there's 20 names here that will win $50. There'll be one name that wins 100 for that final winner of subscriber growth. And then, of course, we got to give away our $140 Ondo community trade. What you're going to do, again, you entered in Discord. You got to go back into Discord and get a hold of T Shroom. You'll tag him. You'll even DM him. He'll make sure he's checking his DMs. He'll also have the list of usernames. The names I'm about to read, these are Discord usernames, not YouTube names. These are names of people in Discord that are the entered winners. We will go one by one celebrating. So our first winner of $50 in our giveaway for celebrating 20,000 subscribers is Mr. Clutch 2430. Come on down. Just kidding. You can't. And I don't have any confetti, but I can smash like and I can do that thing. So congratulations, Mr. Clutch 243. We're going to keep this thing rolling, though. Your name says, Tim, stop saying my name so many times. Oh, I didn't say your name, did I? Ooh, awkward. All right, let's keep going on here. Next up, we have a deal. Congratulations, our second winner. Keep moving on here. Who else do we have? Marcus 91. Congratulations. Who is next? Jamal, congratulations. Jeffo 64. Our next winner. We're at 5 now. Keep going on here. B-Ball Golf 1-1 or 11. Some people use the 1-1 next to each other to say 11. Congratulations here. Number 7, we got Drew Porsche, or Porsche, however you like to pronounce that. Congratulations. Keep moving on, though. We got a lot here. Oh, my gosh. I got this guy on the list. All right. Eric Wallen. Eric Wallen is one of the winners. Congratulations to you. Who else do we have here? Wasim. Congratulations. Number 9, one of our giveaway winners here. I will post this list in Discord, by the way, as well. But you guys do have to reach out. If the winners don't reach out to collect their prize, well, that just means we get to keep that $50 in our pocket. Who else do we have here? Now, I don't know how you pronounce that. Beloch or below? I don't know if the CH is silent or Beloch. I have no idea. Congratulations. Halfway through our 20 winners. Go figure. On the day he wins something on the chair. Eric Wallen isn't here, is he? Maybe we'll redistribute his. We'll take a vote on this later. All right, let's see what else we have. Rara or Rara. I don't know how that one's pronounced, but congratulations to you. Next up here, we have Bo, or yeah, I think that's Bo. Maybe Bo for some weird reason, but Bo is there. Who else do we have here? Faden Tradfi is one of our winners. Congratulations. Faden Tradfi been in here for a while. So I think there's a couple people. Mr. Clutch, I think, has been here for a while. I've seen that name before. Jeffo64. I think Jeffo might be newer, but he's been talking a lot. B-Ball Golf for sure. Drew Porsche, I've seen here for a while. Congratulations. We got more coming, though. We're at 13. We still have 7 left of the $50 giveaways. Who do we got up next? I don't even know how you say it. SoCal Reloader? I don't know. Reloader, I think, is good, but I don't know what the first part is. Jesse Wilson says, are these your family members, Tim? Oh, wow. You guys accusing me of insider trading? What do I look like? Gary Gensler? All right, let's keep going. Who is next? Atreyu. I don't know. I don't know about that one. Atreyu. Something along that lines. Congratulations. Donnie T is our next winner. We got 4 left of the 50. Who else do we have here? Crypto Cowboy. Shout out to you. Keep on moving along. Algo Aaron, the double A. Congratulations here. 2 more here of our top 20. Barrister RB. Barrister or Barrister? I don't know which one it is. Congratulations to you. Last one here are the $50 giveaways. Who do we got? Superman Socks. All right, that's a great name. All right, that name, that's just a good name right there to win and to wrap out those top 20. Congratulations, you guys. Thank you again so much for getting us to the top 20. For the final The final winner that we're going to do it this way. Again, lots of giveaways coming. We will let you guys know how you can enter them. But the season of where we give away money for getting to a new 1,000 mark, that season is over. And this person I'm about to read, the final winner, the last one we're going to have win this type of prize. Drum roll, please. It's hard to do a drum roll and then also have to be the one to clear this up. It's G. G is in chat. I think G might be newer here, but shout out to G, the last winner. He's going to get $100. Once again, you got to reach out to T-Shroom to get these prizes. But we're getting really a lot of money here. But it's because you guys have been fantastic. We love you guys. You guys have shown a lot of love to us, and we want to show a lot of love to you. Last one to announce today, our Ondo trade winner, the community trade we did here the other day, winning $140. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Last giveaway of the day. Who is it? Shiba Mike. Shiba Mike. I'm assuming that's Shiba, short for Shiba Inu. Congratulations, you guys. Let's read these names one more time. Mr. Clutch 2430, Adil, Marcus91, Jamal, Jeffo64, B-Ball Golf 11, Drew Portia, Eric Wallen, Wasim, Balash, Rara, Bio, Faden Tradfi, Sokol Reloader, Atreyu, Donnie T, Crypto Cowboy, Algo Aaron, Barista RB, Superman Socks, G, and Shiba Mike. Congratulations. Again, go into Discord. You're already in there because that's how you entered. Make sure you reach out to T-Shroom. In case you guys are wondering whether you had the right T-Shroom, because a lot of people, bots, like to get in here and mess with everybody. Make sure you comment and click on a red T-Shroom. That's how you'll know you're getting the real Tim, the real T-Shroom, the real Crux. We have red names. The red names are, if you see red names in there, that means they're a host. They're important people. They will be able to answer a lot of your questions. So when you reach out to either me or T-Shroom or Crux or anyone with a red name, make sure it's the red name for the host. Don't fall for some sort of a scam. Guys, that is all we have for the video today. Thank you for sticking around. Thank you for your continued support here for the Investing Bros. We will be back tomorrow, same time, same place. But before you go, smash the like, hit subscribe. Kyle Field said, fake Tim Warren followed me on Instagram yesterday. Oh, no. Oh, no. Fake Tims. You got to watch out for them. They're feisty, those little fake Tims. Guys, I'll see you tomorrow. I'm going to hit the right button today. Some of you are probably voting on me not to hit the right button, but I promise you, with this much attention I'm giving it, the right button's being hit. But I did forget, VIP traders, I'm going to be going live here in about 30-something minutes. I got to drive home. My computer that I do the live streams for VIPs at home. So come join me, but give me some time. Love you guys. Here's the right button. Adios.
Trying to make paper, turn that better to cake. Money like Lego, connect the dots that bank. We are investing bros. We are investing bros. Army pipe, lethal on trade. Entries and exits, worthy of praise. Tim, the professor, the TA. Shout it out loud on the PA. T-Shroom's news, catch a word. Doing better than what he deserves. Beamer, leave no evidence. Soon fly coop with his dividend. Trying to make paper, turn that better to cake. Money like Lego, connect the dots that bank. We are investing bros. We are investing bros.